Today I'm joined by Shanne Braspennincx, track cyclist
Hello.
from the Netherlands. Shanne was European champion junior in 2013 in the sprint in Keirin.
Yes.
Runner-up at the World Championships 2015, Keirin.
Yeah.
And just recently runner-up in the team sprint
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the World Championships.
In Apeldoorn, yes.
Shanne is Olympian 2016, and I think the special story is how you
Got
qualified for that, or how you got there, or despite of what
Yeah.
you got there. And I guess we'll talk about that in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome, Shanne.
Thank you.
Shanne, what was your darkest moment?
Yeah, well, that's when I think already 3 years ago, almost 3 years ago, in 2015, I got a heart attack when I was in altitude camp in Colorado Springs, America. And yeah, I was doing a race that day, and yeah, something doesn't really felt right at that moment, and yeah, I continued doing my daily things, and the race got cancelled due to the weather because it was an outside track, and that was my luck, because when the race would have been continued, then I wouldn't have sit here and talk to you now.
Okay.
And I went to the hospital, and they rushed me into the ER, and they opened my artery again, and I'm alive and kicking because it was blocked for 99%.
How did you recover from that moment?
Well, I stayed a few days in the hospital in America, and I was already away like 5 weeks away from home, so I was like really eager to get home and to be with my friends and family. So I flew with the team back like a week later. I heard afterwards that wasn't really good to do because of the stent that was in my artery had to set itself and be accepted by my body. So that wasn't really convenient, but I just wanted to get home just to be home. Then there was a long revalidation recovery afterwards. That ended somewhere in January 2016. That was a long dark period for me.
Just prior to the Olympics.
Yes.
Yeah. How do you stay mentally strong? I mean, you can always. I mean, no one who has not been in this situation probably does not know how it feels. But I guess the fear of it coming back, or I don't know. How do you stay strong how do you stay confident?
Yeah, I had a great medical team around me who gave me the confidence that everything was okay, and I had to listen to my own body because I was myself personal best doctor, because I got to know my body real good in that year, and just keep on training and just keep on listening to my body. In every training, built my confidence. And of course, the track sessions or the gym sessions where I really had to push real hard, I was like, can I do it? Can I not do it? But it gave me confidence that my body was still capable of recovering after such training. Still was a long way, because when I went too deep, I became like ill for a week after, because it took my body to recover so long that it was a long way, but still I think I've never been stronger now, so that's my win, I think.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I still remember these moments when you came to Apeldoorn and you had these electrodes and this device.
Yeah.
And in retrospect, back then I thought, well, you didn't seem to be concerned. And in retrospect, I think you were so positive. I think.
Because my internal motivation has always been so high. Because I just love to do what I do on a daily basis. So I think that's my biggest motivation, just to. In my core, it's just my passion for my sport is so high that everything around it comes naturally, I think. Yeah.
Okay. And to expand on that, the brother of your boyfriend had a heart attack recently, and he said, like, you give him the confidence to stay strong?
Yeah, he said like, yeah, you're my biggest example. You're my living, breathing example to know you're gonna get all right and you can recover for 100%. So, yeah, that really motivated me. That I kind of inspire people to have motivation to be your best self, to just continue your life, and it doesn't end there. Heart attack doesn't really necessarily have to end the quality of life. You don't have to sit behind the flowers in a chair in the living room, you know, just you can live life. So,
what was your best moment?
I think you already mentioned it in the introduction. I think that's one of my biggest moments, that I had the silver medal at the Keirin in 2015 at the Worlds, because then it was like, holy shit, it's possible for me to become world champion, and that's my childhood dream. And afterwards I heard from my old coach, he said like, you could have won the title, but I was 23 at the moment. I was like, and Amir's won, and she's like the biggest champ ever in track cycling. So I looked up to her, and to lose from her, that wasn't really, I didn't see that really as a loss. But now I think, God damn it, I really had to, because I could have won also the title there, but I think that was my biggest eye opener. Like, I really can, make a change in this game. And I think my second best moment is also that I was, after my heart attack, I was like medically again had the green light. I can go full gas, and I can I can be an athlete once again, and I can live my life till I'm old and a granny in a wheelchair.
I think also that is pretty inspiring, because people listening to other people, including myself, I didn't have an opinion on that, but I think a lot of people thought you're gonna resign, even though whether it's green light or not green light. But you sticking to it and coming back, I think that's quite impressive.
I was mentally I was resigned like immediately after my heart attack, because I felt like my body betrayed me, because I nurtured it so well, and I give it every recovery moment, and of course I attack it on a daily basis to do trainings and go full gas, but still I nurture it, do for recovery, rest, and everything and that. But it kind of betrayed me. I felt really betrayed by my own body, so it was quite weird. But it took like 2 to 3 months to get that confidence back, and like, no, I don't want to quit. Where's my bike? I want to ride my bike. And that took me a couple of months to get back in that position to think that.
And now the difficult question: how did you do it?
I when I look back at the period, it was like you have like 4 cornerstones in your life. You have like your home, you have like your hobby, your income, and I think also your friends and family, and everything at that moment like was pulled underneath me, because my relationship broke off from 5-year relationship broke off like a couple of weeks before that. So I didn't have a home, I didn't have a hobby, because cycling was my hobby and also my career, and I didn't at that moment had a boyfriend or had my partner with me anymore. So I was like, who the F is Shanne Braspennincx? And it was like really searching for me again, and like did some soul searching actually, and also had to recover from a life-threatening occasion. So it was like really hard, and my physiotherapist Marcia really helped me get through week by week, and also my family, my mother especially, also really was my rock in that moment. And I took it day by day, but it was pretty rough to say the least. Yes.
You overcame it.
I overcame it because my joy in life and sports took the overhand, and I think that's what brought me where I am now. Yeah.
What advice would you give your younger you if you could go back in time 10 to 15 years and you meet yourself with all the knowledge you have now and experiences?
watch out in the year when you are 24. No, just be confident to do what you are already are doing at that moment. It's gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right because you didn't have the guarantee that you were gonna be the athlete that you were set out to be, and yeah, just have patience, have faith, believe in yourself, and because that's always tricky.
It is.
Yeah, to have the patience to wait and to train and not really get the results immediately, but just hang in there. Yeah.
And I mean, the advice of having patience and faith is always a little bit of an easy advice. What do you do in moments when patience and faith fade away? I think you have to look back at that moment when, what did I already achieve? Like what did I already, like in a small training goal, did I already achieve the weights I want to have in the gym, or did I already have the time that I want to ride on the flying 200? And if you're already getting closer to that goal, you kind of get motivated, like I'm on a good track now, and I have to keep pushing. So I think you have to really look more to the facts than listen to your emotions. But that's pretty hard to do, but I try to do that, even though it's hard. Okay.
Yeah.
What are the habits that make you a successful person and athlete?
I think it's because I try to do everything, like in my opinion, to do it perfect. But it's also could be annoying because when it's not perfect, you're getting like frustrated, and it doesn't really help also. But it's also like you go the extra mile, because if you want to do a 3-hour ride and you get home at 2 hours and 45 minutes, I go to 15 extra minutes in my living area just to ride around for the 15 minutes, to do the 15 minutes to get to the 3 hours. So I think that's also a bit annoying, but also it makes me, and I just really, I think besides that I'm also in my core, I really love doing what I do. So I think that's my biggest plus.
Yeah, having worked with you for 6 years now, I think also one of your strengths is determination and commitment to what you're doing.
Yeah.
And that comes because you're motivated from inside.
Yeah. That's I think my biggest benefit. Yeah.
I also think the strength of you is, from what I see, you always try to think about the program and what we're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Try to see whether there are better ways or not.
Yeah.
Doesn't always work out, but
no. I will try to
but
look
that's
at
why
it.
we're a team, right? I
Yeah.
mean, you have the thoughts. I hopefully have the expertise to do that.
Explanations. Yes.
So
I think I love the vibe and like the cooperation with each other. Just to have like, I throw something at you and you throw it back at me, and you let me look at the different angles. Sometimes I'm like, oh yeah, didn't thought about it, and I think that's just how it should be. Not only following up orders, but also think about what you're doing and what you want to do and what you want to achieve in your own athlete career.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Do you have a morning routine? How do you get ready for the day?
I have to have my coffee and my oatmeals, and I tend to get up like 2 hours or 90 minutes before the training to be awake, because otherwise my food is in my throat when I start to train. Like I said, I have to have my coffee, my oatmeals. I have to have my pills for to get through. Not through the day. That sounds a bit traumatic, but I have to have my pills since my heart attack. I'm on cholesterol lowers and blood thinners. So that's like a precaution to keep me alive.
Mm.
And then I start to go to training, and then I will train. Yeah.
How do you prepare yourself for important moments when pressure is on?
Do you mean on the day, or do you mean like months before or weeks before?
Probably everything would be interesting to know.
Start
with weeks out, month out, and then bring it down to on the day and on the moment.
when there's like 2 or like 6 weeks to go, I tend to get more stricter on my diet and be a more boring person. Actually, do not go to many social events and really look out for my rest minutes or hours or naps in the afternoon. And when I come up more to the competition, I really like to schedule everything, like what I do day to day and what kind of training, and I really like to map it out. And then when the race day is there, I like to make a schedule. Then I warm up, then I take my coffee, then I have to do a roll start, then I have to do a roll sprint, then I change into my competition skin suit, and then that is clear to me, and then I don't have to think that day like, oh shit, what's the time I have to do that? Oh, what was it again? Yeah, I just want to have it clear for myself, and then I'm more confident that I don't have to think about that anymore. I just can focus on the race. Yeah.
And then in these disciplines like Keirin and team sprint, you have to be spot on.
Yeah.
How do you get ready for that?
I listen to my Spotify list. They're a bit like diverse. I tend to listen to hardstyle because I really want to get pumped, and also a bit like rock also, but not too like listen up to 15 minutes before the race. Not really like I also want to get in the flow and I want to be nervous, because when I'm not nervous, then it's like what I'm doing here. Like I have to be nervous and I have to have like that pumped up feeling. I want to go, and if I don't have that, I'm like shit. It's not gonna be all right. So I really have to have that. But most of the time, it will be. It never happened to me that I didn't have that, or it has to be a very small race in Holland. Then I'm like meh. But most of the time with World Cups or European Champion Worlds, I get nervous, and then I think it's gonna be okay. Yeah. Yeah.
That's an interesting one. I mean, a lot of people report that, because nervousness, I mean, you can use it either to get better, but you can also if you don't know how to use it, it can work against you.
Yeah.
How do you help that you use it to get better?
I think when I'm getting more nervous, I think that I'm in really good shape, because you can do it, and then you're actually that confident, and you get that nervous like fuck, it can really happen, so I can really win this, or I can really push myself to a new level. So I think that's the level of nervousness matches that is like quite high, but I can deal with it because it gives me it comes out of confidence and the good shape I'm in that moment, so it helps me. Yeah.
How do you overcome setbacks when things don't go your way?
It's for me pretty hard to do, look at it not emotionally, because I'm really emotionally invested in the sport, and my old coach really taught me to look at the facts, like look at your race video, like what did you do wrong there, what did you do wrong there, and then you get like, oh yeah, I did that and that wrong. I have to really learn from my mistakes and look at the facts, like okay, I wasn't in good shape, or I wasn't really paying attention when the moment in the race happened, and if you learn from it, then you can overcome the setback, and you can look forward again and like, okay, I have to keep that and that in mind, that are my learning points, and I don't have to be surprised the next time it happens. So you can learn from your mistakes, actually. That's the idea. To learn from it.
Talking about setbacks and the ability to overcome setbacks, I mean, working with you for some time now, I see you can get affected in training when things don't go your way. But I think what I always liked about you never let things get the upper hand. So even though you were affected, you managed to at least make the best out of it in training. Yeah. And it doesn't seem to carry on too long. So the next time I see you, everything seems to be fine again. Yeah. How do you do that?
If I get like frustrated when it doesn't work, or when I don't get the weights right, or when it doesn't work like on a technical level, I get so frustrated, then I get like energy out of it, And with the next training, I know I don't want to have that feeling again. I just want to do my training at the first time right. And when you don't want to have that feeling, I think I can really close that day when it went shit, because there's always another day to do it better. If you carry every bad training with you, then you get like swallowed in bad trainings, I think. So you really have to look like what went wrong, and then also take it in your backpack, and that not try to happen next time.
So do I understand correct? You can turn frustration into positive energy, or it is into energy? Yeah.
When I get like mad on myself, I can do even more. It's like, I don't know. It happens. Sometimes I like, what do I have to do to trigger myself to get mad or something? But it doesn't work that way. You really have to be mad to have that level of energy that comes out of you. But you really cannot trigger that. People have to be mad at me that I get mad at them, but I don't know. That doesn't work really that way.
So I should think about more things to make you mad.
Yeah, you can hit me or something.
Well, I'm not sure whether that would be the best thing.
No.
In terms of keeping my contract.
True. You can say, I was allowed to do that.
She told me to do it.
I'm like, what?
Who's your role model and why?
I don't really have a role model. I'm my biggest role model, I think. I really get inspired by people who overcome like big obstacles, like and my friend Merle van Bentum, BMX rider, also had like a year and a half of recovery, and last weekend she got to the finals twice, and it's like. It's so well deserved, because she worked so damn hard to get there, and she was also recovering with me when I had my heart attack, so she's always recovering, and she never gave up hope or always had the spirit to continue. So that's right, like really inspiring where she got her motivation out of, and I think I'm at that same level or for love for the sport, and really know what you want to do. So I think that's. Besides, I think that, inspiring role model.
What is the best advice you have received, and who gave it to you?
I think I have to, because I worked so long with René, my old coach, René Wolff. He said, like, don't overthink everything, because it's, in the basics, it's only just sport. Like, you also have to stand still and look around and take in the moment, like you're living the life of not everyone is like has that chance to live that life you're living currently, and also enjoy it. Like you're like always striving to be better and to be focused and to make every training into perfection, but also enjoy it, and not only keep on going, but also take a moment and enjoy it. It's only, sometimes it's just only track cycling, and it's not the end of the world, but sometimes you have to take it more relaxed. And
it's just riding in a circle, right?
If you look at it that way,
left,
it's like, it's stupid if you think about it.
Oh, well, we don't want to say that.
No,
but it's true. If you break it down, it's essentially just...
and it also gives good vibes. Like, of course, I have to freaking enjoy this, because, I only have like 10, 15 years to enjoy it, and so make the best out of it.
How does a typical training day look like?
It depends on the period, of course, where you're in, because now I'm in like strength training in the gym and on the track. So it could be, normally it's like a track session in the morning, and then in the afternoon it could be like a road ride, just spinning around, just for an hour and a half. And the track session could be like 4 times 500s from the blue line. or sometimes standing starts, or sometimes 750 meters on really heavy gear. And when I have a gym, I have to do gym in the morning, and I can do or a track session in the afternoon with like high cadence to get the strength into more speed with the track session, or you can do like a road ride also in the afternoon. So it really depends on which period you're in. Like when you're going into competition, you're like doing less repetitions and more race preparations. So you really have to rest more and less sets, etc. And when I'm in a heavy training period, like you have to be tired as hell at the end of the week just to build something to be better.
Do you want to nominate someone to be interviewed?
Well, I think I mentioned her already, Merle van Bentum.
We will reach out to Merle. Shouldn't be too difficult.
No, I don't think so.
Where can people find you?
On Instagram, on Twitter, on my own website, on Facebook also, but mostly on the most updated social media of mine is Instagram, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
And Shanne Bras with an H. So yeah.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Shanne.
Thank you.
That was really cool.
Yeah.